Admit it, when you first heard about this movie, you were just hoping against hope that it was about the X-Men character. It's okay, we all did it. Nightcrawler is a film directed by Dan Gilroy, and it stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Rene Russo, and Bill Paxton. In this film, Gyllenhaal plays Lou Bloom, who is a socially awkward man who is looking for work. He then stumbles upon the world of crime journalism and decides that this is his true calling. However, in his ruthless pursuit of this career, he manipulates and tramples over anyone and anything that gets in his way. Now, this film does have a few layers to it. I mean, it's definitely a commentary on the ethics of news media. But first and foremost, it's a character study of this guy, Bloom. Bloom is an odd, strange guy who doesn't always know the right things to say. He's an insensitive person. And so he hasn't really found his way in the real world. And so as a result, he's forced to look elsewhere until he finds this career that almost requires you to be insensitive and desensitized. And it works to his advantage. And he starts to find a place where he feels like he fits in for the first time. His flaws definitely benefit him in this job. But then the question becomes, what happens when you send a guy who doesn't know where the line is to do a job where the lines are already blurred? The answer is a pretty darn good story, because this film was great. And led by Gyllenhaal's performance first and foremost. He was amazing, and while I think most people will consider him a very good actor, I've never seen him this good before. He was fantastic. And it's because his character was so difficult. I mean, it's not the kind of a character that many people can relate to. I think most people would see this guy, meet him the first time, and probably never want to see him ever again. And yet, he makes him compelling and interesting. And while you may not completely like him all the time, you're still interested in what he's doing. I found myself on the edge of my seat often during this film. I mean, it was great at building tension. And this character always kind of keeps you on your toes. You never know what he's going to do next. That was what was so great, is I was intrigued and curious as to how far is this guy really willing to go. I'm going to give Nightcrawler a 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed this. It's definitely a bit creepy and dark, but there's some really good stuff there, including a great performance by Gyllenhaal, and I think this is one that you should definitely see if you've got the chance. But what did you think of Nightcrawler? Leave a comment below and let's talk about it. And as always, click right here if you like what you see, and subscribe to even more of me.